Before the discovery of crude oil in commercial quantity at Oloibiri in 1956, agriculture was the mainstay of Nigerian economy, with cocoa as one of the major drivers. Cocoa is a tropical tree that grows best in hot and humid regions of the world, with the pods used for soap making and the seeds for production of chocolate. A review of cocoa production and exports in Nigeria shows that there have been periods of decline and growth. Available data shows that Nigeria was the second largest producer of cocoa in the world before the oil boom, producing around 420 tons annually. But production has seriously declined in the country, placing Nigeria as the fourth largest producer of cocoa globally. The major cocoa producing states in Nigeria are Ondo, Cross River, Ogun, Akwa Ibom, Ekiti, Delta, Osun and Oyo. Others are Kwara, Nasarawa, Taraba, Zamfara, Kogi and Benue states. According to 2022 statistics by World Atlas, Côte d'Ivoire remains the world-leading producer of cocoa with 2.3 million tons, followed by Ghana with 800,000 tons annually. Indonesia is third on the table with an annual production of 739,000 tons. Nigeria has retained the fourth position the past 10 years with production of about 340 tons of cocoa annually, despite introduction of intervention programs under the President Olusegun Obasanjo administration and the Cocoa Revolution project. Nigeria remains stagnant, failing to move above the fourth position. Experts blame many factors for this, one of which is lack of access roads to move cocoa from the farms to the markets. Most roads are not motorable, a worrisome situation that leaves farmers with no option than to use motorcycles to move their harvest to the dealers in the town. The situation worsens during the rainy season. This 80-year-old farmer, Francis Akimbamidele, spoke about this hindrance.
ọ̀nà ọ̀dà tí ìjọba bá lè bá wa ṣe àdá bí wọ́n tilẹ̀ máa gba owó so tẹ́ bá ṣiṣẹ́ sálẹ̀ báyìí tá a bá rẹ́ni kó ẹ ò lè rí géènì tiyín níbẹ̀ tá a bá rẹ́ni rani lọ́wọ́ ìjọba ràn yín lọ́wọ́ á dẹ̀ ràn ìjọba lọ́wọ́.
His position was corroborated by another cocoa farmer.
Surveillance ń bẹ ní agbègbè wa ń bẹ gidi gan, ọ̀nà kò sọ́nà àárí ọ̀nà kọjá so à ń jìyà gan.
The cocoa merchants are also singing the same song of bad roads, which make it difficult for them to get cocoa into their stores from the farms.
Now we are in the rainy season now. For us to convey a bag of cocoa to the town here is very, very difficult. Just take example, look at that motorcycle now. You see how the motorcycle is. Number one, the motorcycle is expensive. For us to get this motorcycle, this motorcycle we are seeing now, it's about 900,000 naira, and that's the least we can get to cover all these things.
The most of the challenges that we are facing here is bad road. That is the most of the challenges because during the rainy season now, the road is too bad.
Aging cocoa trees is another problem affecting growth of cocoa business in Nigeria. Most cocoa plantations were established decades ago without new ones to replace them for bountiful yields. An agriculture expert, Akin Lotu, stressed the need for government to ensure the new cocoa farms are cultivated.
Not much attention has been paid to cocoa for the past 20-30 years. Most of the attention paid to cocoa development has been largely theoretical or largely on paper. So I believe with the advent of oil boom, a lot of cocoa plantations were abandoned.
Other major challenges are weak land-labor relations, poor infrastructure, pests, lack of chemicals, inadequate financial and extension support. All these contribute to the downturn in cocoa commercialization in Nigeria.
We are having more youth concentrated in urban area in Nigeria than the level we are having youth concentrated in urban area in Ghana. We have a lot of youth in Ghana. Look at the farm age in Ghana. Look at the farmer's age in Ivory Coast. So the farmer age in Ivory Coast today is between the age of 30 and 50. and that is average age. And in Nigeria, we are seeing farmers' age is between the age of 50 and as much as 80 years old. You will see meet a father of 80 years old in cocoa farm in Nigeria.
The quality of cocoa beans being exported is another factor which gives experts sleepless nights.
We still use crude method in Nigeria. When I say crude method, we have not changed to modern the use of modern equipment in Nigeria, possibly as a sort of farmers' income. Farmers cannot afford to buy modern equipment. When you talk about harvesting, you still see the way we still use. You see the way we do our harvesting. When you talk about breaking cocoa pod, you see the way we break our cocoa pod. In Ghana, they now have machines that help them to break cocoa pod. I doubt if 10% of our farm have ever seen that machine, talk less of using it.
Is there any solution in sight for Nigeria to regain its place of pride in the global cocoa business? Experts are worried about government interventions, putting most blames on the political leaders.
Government does not listen to stakeholders. When government wants to have this kind of thing, they call their political associate. That's why government keep on failing every time they want to do things like this. Because as a farmer, I'm a farmer, I own a farm. I buy cocoa. So I know where cocoa comes out from.
If we have an organized way of developing rural roads today, rural housing scheme, rural electricity, rural transport system, 3 years, Nigeria will be smiling. The country will know that something has taken place. There will be urban rural migration. Most of the challenges you have in Lagos will disappear.
We also ask the government to make sure that they look at the structure behind cocoa farming, behind the whole cocoa supply chain in general, that they also look at major issues like ensuring we have the right products in Nigeria, that we have the right pesticides in Nigeria. We also need to collaborate together with the government to make sure we have traceability.
There's no way you can grow cocoa, harvest cocoa, without applying chemicals to sustain the fruit of cocoa on the tree. But ab initio, even with that, there are some chemical that is allowed that will not be harmful, injurious to human health. There are some of the chemical that's already outdated in the country that we are not supposed to be using it again.
Experts wonder if Nigeria can ever climb the ladder to compete with countries like Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana in cocoa production, or go behind countries like Brazil, Ecuador and Cameroon that are striving to improve their positions. Experts believe that a renewed focus is needed for government to restore Nigeria's glory in global cocoa production. Ayodeji Moradeyo, TVC News, Akure.